Good morning. I'm glad you're here. This little video is just to recap some main points as you begin your work with the executive board and the choir parents organization. Um, you'll notice in the we have a couple documents just for you to look at the rationale which we put together in 2014 um, to kind of give us an idea of where we might go with this group and why we need to do it. You'll notice in the rationale, also in the Constitution, there's some checks and balances built in. And I put this group together in conjunction with Dr. Reed, who was our superintendent at that time. And we were very, very careful to structure things in such a way that would work for uh, the director and the administration, as well as serve the kids. Um, as far as where we are right now, um, one more comment on that. We did bring in order to make sure that we had everything done properly. We were very careful, and we were very fortunate to have a CPA on our first executive board. So she set up all the financial aspects and the tax exempt status with the IRS so that we made sure that we were doing everything properly and we would not be in a situation where we had to redo or mess things up and fix them later. So I think that the group is structured well. Your present balance, there's $1,500 in the general fund. There's another $1,500 that you are the trustees of, which belong to the Salem Choir alumni. And that is a group, you're kind of the umbrella for that group. And we decided back when we set up the choir alumni, their focus is on scholarships. And we kind of decided that what we would do is handle the banking and the finances for them. Most of these people are recent graduates. They're all recent graduates. I doubt if any of them are over 30 years old, not much more than that. Mid 20s, most of them. We thought it would make it easier for their steering committee uh, to function if we just put kind of wrap their finances under your umbrella. So that's a key point. Um, there's 4 quarterly meetings according to the Constitution. The last meeting is typically at a concert and where the committee of the whole kind of votes by affirmation for a new slate of officers. Now, this year we went about that a little differently because we anticipated it might be important to get together sooner. And as it turns out, that was a good move. So that's how we're all on board a little earlier than usual. Um, the rationale lists some of the thinking that took place 6 years ago when we put this together. We've evolved into some things. Right now, the choir parents run the program ads. They usually do a soup supper. And you know the key point to understand about why we have a group like this, not only just to assist with tasks and to step up and advocate for the importance of the performing arts and the arts in general as part of our curriculum, but also to as a mechanism to move money around. Just a quick note on school finance: we have an extracurricular account at school, for example, our fundraiser in the fall. That money, that profit, those revenues go into that fund. We're limited though. We can only do one such thing a year, and even though the supper club does bring in revenue, it's not really a fundraiser per se. It's nice that we do raise some money that way. So this a big part of this is it allows us to move money around in a more efficient way, and it also allows us should we let's say we get a director who is very ambitious and wants to develop some new programs. It allows them the flexibility that they otherwise would not have. I will say that the contribution from the parents has been around, as far as financial, around $1,000 to $1,500 annually. Um, you can go different directions. The program ads, corporate sponsorships has been very successful, um, and I would encourage you to continue that. But really, that's really up to you. I think you have a unique opportunity here with a new director to come in to build this group. We would like to see greater participation from the middle school parents. Um, we don't have a lot of big meeting participation, and partially the group is structured so it's task oriented. It's not meeting focused. You know, most of us don't need to go to more meetings. However, I think uh, there's a lot of room for growth. We have found that there are a lot of people that are really willing to help if you just ask. And I'd encourage you to try and give people responsibilities, give people roles, give people jobs. Try to avoid the temptation to do everything yourselves as just a committee of 4 or 5 people. Uh, if you're going to build a group, you got to give people tasks, and you have to delegate. And I'd caution you just to be wary of that, and work together to involve people and pull people into this group. Um, Lastly, you're really set up for success, I think here, and you're set up to go any direction that you and your new director want to go. Uh, this is my last time really speaking with you, probably as a group, but you certainly can call on me if you want some advice. But I think you want to take your cues from your new director, sit down together later this summer when that's all figured out, and decide where you want to go from here. And I wish you the very best of luck and thank each of you for taking the time to make a difference for our students.